This is a bilingual message to the president of Mexico. You know, if I was the president of Mexico, here's what I would do. Especially because Donald Trump's right now causing so much trouble for our neighbor to the south. You have to imagine, this embassy is under siege in our neighboring country, which we have a trade agreement with that's so extensive that we can't risk screwing up this deal with our neighbor in the world. So imagine this. This is my recommendation to Enrique Peña Nieto. One, tell all your people in the United States who are illegal aliens to come home. That they're welcome to come home, and you're going to have a job for them, because you're going to have a job for them. Instead of all these corrupt government functionaries getting paid too much for doing too little, you're going to get rid of those stupid fucking lazy ass fuckers. And the money that you have in your budget that you get from the banks, you're going to create jobs. And I'm going to tell you how. So one, you're going to tell all your people to come home. Fuck the gringo. Fuck Uncle Sam. Tell them to stop working at McDonald's. Tell them to stop working at Carl's Jr. and Arby's and Wendy's and wherever else. And come home. Two, you're going to create jobs for them. And here's how you're going to do it. You're going to create jobs that are government paid, subsidized jobs to go around and clean up your country and pick up all the recyclable goods and recycle them. And in ports like Salina Cruz or Acapulco or wherever, Lázaro Cárdenas, I believe, deep harbor ports, you're going to ship all that recycled material to the Chinese because they want every single thing they can get on and they can get their hands on in this world, because they consume so much resources that they'll even buy all your recycled stuff. Straight up, word up. And you're going to send people down the beaches of Mexico at low tide to pick up all the plastic and all the recyclable material that comes washing up on the shore every high tide. Every 8 hours, you have a new batch of absolutely free recyclable material that you can pick up, recycle, and send out to places like China or Japan. You're creating jobs and you're cleaning up your country. Mexico lindo. Number three, you're going to create more jobs by legalizing marijuana. Yep. And you know what's going to happen? Because if you legalize marijuana here in Mexico right now, forget about the mafia telling you that they're going to lose money. Fuck that. They're going to make money. They're going to make even more money because they're going to be able to grow it openly and legally in larger quantities. And they're going to be able to hire workers legally, and instead of paying bribes and corruption, they're going to pay for the right thing to be done. But here's the main thing. In addition, you're going to be able to tell tourists, hey, we've got no more drug war here. We've got no more deaths and homicides and gang battles and whatever. We've got good old, solid, honest tourism. We want you to come sit on the beach and enjoy it and smoke a doobie. No problem. Mexico lindo y chido. The second you do that, Mexico becomes the #1 country, because you legalize marijuana, and in places where before people couldn't even make money because their land was worthless, they'll be able to grow something. And you know what? It's not just to be consumed by smoking. You can use it to make toilet paper. That'd be a good idea. Instead of using trees to wipe our butts, how about growing a renewable crop that's renewable every year, every 3 months actually, and make paper with it, office paper, toilet paper, whatever. Holy smokes. And it produces all this oxygen, reduces global warming. So that's what I would do if I was president of Mexico. I would tell all my people to come home. I'd institute recycling programs and ship out all my recycled material out to places like China and Japan who want to buy it. And I'd legalize marijuana and promote my tourist industry and say, hey, come to Mexico. It's cool here. You can smoke pot on the beach and nobody's going to bother you. Everybody will come to your country. I guarantee you. Now, if you really want to go 1 or 2 steps further, you tell people like Carlos Slim and other gazillionaires that you would like them to consider giving back a lot of the money that they got from your people. Maybe they should consider keeping $10 million and giving the rest back to Mexico, to to make Mexico the #1 country in the world. And go one step further, tell the Catholic Church to give its tithing back to the government, to the people, and actually give it to the people and not to a bunch of corrupt functionaries, government functionaries. Take the wealth that the Catholic Church stole from Mexico and ask for at least 1/10 of it back. And you've made Mexico the #1 country in the world. How much you want to bet if you were to do that? So that's the message in English. I'll do the next video in Spanish.